All right, we've got some interesting things here inside of this blog post, and kind of disappointing in some ways. And I think yesterday, the person that I was talking to at Fox Next Studios was more involved in like the big picture game mode development side, and not so much on the monetization or economy side. So there's some things in this blog post that I am fairly unhappy with. And there's three important topics that we're going to go through here. We're going to talk about Gravitron and AIM. Actually, I have a lot of thoughts about that because I did get to play those teams. Blitz, nothing bad here, but there's one thing that I'm kind of worried about, frankly. And then the most important thing is the Commander level 75 and Gear Tier 14, which is progression. And specifically, the Commander level 75 is highly unappealing to me. I see very little to no upside to this to the community, and I think it's going to make the credit crunch worse. And a lot of people are feeling the pinch when it comes to gold and the credit crunch. Absolutely. And I just want to say that the Ultron game mode does offer a lot of gold. And we're going to read this, and then I'm going to talk about why I think that the Commander level 75 is not that great. And the jury's out is going to be on Gear Tier 14 because there might be new pieces that I'm not familiar with, but overall, gold gear has been relatively reasonable, hasn't been that challenging. Also new in version 3.5 is the much anticipated increase to the max commander level. I guess it's anticipated, but not in a positive way. Maybe like feared, and a new gear tier. In other games, gear tiers are horrible. We will see. I'll talk about that in a minute. You'll be able to max out your commander level at level 75 and upgrade your characters to Gear Tier 14. The changes will bring additional max campaign energy and make certain tricky campaign nodes easier to tackle. This is true. However, most people, when they get to level 70 and they have the correct characters and the correct gear tier, they're not struggling currently. But if you are struggling, going to 71, 72, 73, 74 will make it easy. Yes, that is not false, but I'm not currently struggling with any tricky campaign nodes, but maybe that's just me. Other benefits arriving with the level cap increases are earning more gold per level up. Great. And when you level up, they give you some gold, fine, and beyond, as well as unlocking 5 more save squads at level 71, and we need more than 5. That's all I want to say. Now, the thing about credits is that right now we have a credit level cap at 70, and the amount of gold it takes to go to 70 is quite high. And in fact, the halfway point is level 63. So the amount of gold to go up to 63 is midpoint, and then going from 63 to 70 is the other half. What does that mean for 70 through 75? Now, I've seen data mine information that has the exact numbers, but data mine stuff can change, and I want to see the final numbers when the patch goes live, and I will make videos about that, so wait and we'll see. So, not a fan. And the reason why I'm not a fan is that really the only upside I see to a level increase is against PvE content like raids. And U6 has been out forever and is beatable. And U7, yes, maybe the 75 and the Gear Tier 14 will make U7 easier. But did we actually see the final version of U7? If we did, this is a good thing. If they tweak this for a much higher number and U7 is harder than the version that we had when we played it and the rewards are worse, that's not going to be cool. Not going to be cool at all. Now, let's talk about Gear Tier 14. And I just want to say that for me, I really struggled to get enough purple parts, specifically the Advanced Basic Catalyst, but each biotech, so on, has certain ones that are needed, and there always seems to be a shortage, especially with the Advanced Basic Catalyst. And there seems to be a surplus of gold gear based on the rewards, the raid rewards we've collected. Like, I didn't have a lot of difficulty going from 12 to 13 with the exception of the last piece, which are the superior uniques. And those are found in the store. They appear there randomly. They cost 72,000 gold. A lot of people have to refresh because that's one of the requirements to go into Fear the Darkness and get Ultron. So jury's out on that. I'm not as worried about Gear Tier 14. In other games, Gear Tiers have been way horrific. But that is not the situation here in Marvel Strike Force. Really, The problem here in Marvel Strike Force has been and will probably continue to be gold in the credit crunch. And when the final numbers are out, when the patch is out, I'll give a full opinion, but I am highly not thrilled about it going to level 75. 14, fine, we'll take it. And where is Ultimate 7? Where is it going to settle out at? How much harder is it going to be than the version we saw? Now, let's talk about Graviton and AIM. And I'll read this first because it talks about how Graviton is going to be unlocked. And then I will talk about my experience in a general way with playing Graviton and the AIM rework. And I'll be vague because they told, I wasn't able to write down the kits. The kits weren't finalized. But I can just give you an impression of what I thought about that. Introducing Graviton and the updated AIM team. Greeting, Commanders. This week, we're taking a sneak peek at the upgrades coming to the infamous villain team and welcome their heavy new controller to the fight. We also have new blitzes in the pipeline, a legendary preview coming up. First, let's head over to the headquarters of Advanced Idea Mechanics. Where is Mr. MODOK? Come on, MODOK. Graviton and AIM. Big changes are bubbling in the AIM labs, starting with the Force of Nature joining their ranks. Graviton, how many times did I say that? I don't know. AIM has been in the light on control and damage. That's true. They've been trash, frankly, while part of Strike. And Graviton fills those roles. And I just want to say I had a very good experience with playing Graviton in the form that they showed me. Of course, that could change, but I'm pretty excited about them, and I'm pretty excited about the AIM team. He weighs down enemies with stun and stacks of slow, and then hits them with heavy attacks that increase the damage for every negative effect on the enemy. Then they mention right here how to unlock Graviton. You have a chance to recruit AIM, Gravity Enforcer during the Mr. Fantastic and Vec campaign. Fantastic Plans, which requires top-notch squad of hero controllers. Each campaign node will reward field controller orb fragments that contain Graviton and select hero controller shards. And I do not like those shards. I think War Machine was the first one that came out like that. It could be wrong. Where just a little bit of Graviton, and I hope there's enough shards for everybody to unlock Graviton, because that would be pretty cool. But if there's not enough shards for everybody to unlock Graviton, I think it's terrible. Then you're pretty much be forced to buy the packs if you want to play Graviton. Now, this is what I really, the meat of this is right here. AIM is a welcoming their new member with a slew of improvements. Yes, that when combined with Graviton transforms them into a nightmare for the negative effect-centric teams. Yes, 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 yes. And at the end of the day, we're going to see how good they are overall. But this ends right here. Nightmare for negative effect-centric teams like Brotherhood and Mutants. It looked like to me they were a hard counter to Brotherhood and Mutants. So just the whole kits. Everything was amazing, the reworks. And they were fun to play. They didn't seem overpowered. But like I said, they could change any of it, all of it. We'll see when it comes out. But the experience I had with playing with them was highly positive. You want to get hands-on with a new AIM? They have a high-skill team lend themselves to theory crafting. Yes, because there's 7 characters, and they all do something a little different. And so which 5 are you going to use is going to be the question. We'll have a complete breakdown of the AIM changes in the upcoming 3.5 release notes, so be on the look. Now, improved Blitz, this was kind of a weird thing for me. I was expecting a lot more. I'll take what they give me. And there's one caveat with this improved Blitz. The upcoming Blitz, a version 3.5 release will introduce improvements to the Blitz game mode based on the much appreciated feedback provided by the community. I think there was a lot of suggestions that were not addressed here in this blog post. Maybe that will come up in the future, but overall, these things here were kind of the easy things to fix, in my opinion. The first change is you should almost never be matched against 3 copies of the same team. Sometimes you get defenders. They said they're going to change that. In fact, you should see a wider variety of teams in general during the early tiers of Blitz. Now, that's fine, but in the higher tiers, I think a lot of us are counting on coming across defenders. And if they change that to something much different or much harder than defenders, then that's going to change the way Blitz is altogether. I don't know if that's a bad thing. It'll just be different. Other change, the point multiplier will start at 2.0 instead of 1, and that is fine. So we will see how that all plays out. So, in conclusion, level 75. I don't know anybody that wants this. And put down in the comment section if you disagree with me. Like, you're fine with this level 70 thing. I don't like this. I just want to put this out here. And I think that's why this conversation did not come up at all yesterday when I was there in person. Zero. None. No talk of this. Because I think they would have had to hear me complain about it. And so most of the information I got yesterday was relatively positive, fun stuff, and agreeable. I really enjoyed the time there, but there was no discussion of Commander level 75 and Gear Tier 14. I kind of feel a little bit blindsided by this because it is what it is. Let me know what your thoughts are. All right. Well, now it's time for the giveaway. Really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you'll get for free in your account an 8-star Galvatron, the Transformer, Gravitron. Oh my God. It's not a scam. Boy, yeah, someone keeps putting in the notes of the comment section that we should have a picture of Gravitron with Galvatron inside of the Gravitron. I don't know. It's so confusing. There's so many Gravitrons. There's 3 different ones. Did you guys play a drinking game, me getting it wrong? I don't know, guys. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.